Hello, Hannah. How's it going? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Just wanted to follow up and show you a couple of exercises that you can do with your upper body. So working your chest, your back, your biceps, your triceps, and your shoulders. And just wanted to show you a few 6 exercises. Shouldn't take long. But before we get started, we'll get started in just a minute. Before these upper body exercises, let's start by warming up. So I want to show you a few exercises. First, you'll kind of reach down, walk yourself out into a push-up position, one leg forward, so it's about even with your hands here. Reach up and rotate. Switch sides. Reach up, rotate, hips down, hips up, downward dog. Walk yourself back. Try and get those legs as long as you can. Good, so we're gonna do one of these inchworms 4 more times, 5 total. Awesome. So this is, if you're short on time and only have time for one warm-up exercise, this is the best one you can do. Opens everything up, mobilizes your hips, your shoulders, your hamstrings, back of your legs, and it's just a nice way to get your whole body moving. Last 2. All right, last one. Stay on the floor when you finish this one. You don't have to stand back up. All right, so we're gonna go into a tabletop position and do 5 cat-cows to get your spine nice and mobilized. So belly button pushes up towards the ceiling, cat, pushes down towards the floor, chest lifts, cow. Good. 4, 3, exhale, inhale on the cows, 2, nice, last one. Move our core, activate it a little bit more. We're going to add a shoulder raise and a leg raise. So this is called the bird dog. So we've got left arm and right knee together. Extend. 5, 4. Good. And keep your eyes looking down, long neck. Last one here. Reach. Good. Switch sides. Right arm, left knee. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Back is flat. Extend really long. Nice. One more warm-up exercise. You're gonna grab either a band or a towel, and you're just gonna do 5 circles, keeping your arms nice and long. And so I'll demonstrate with the towel in case you don't have the exercise band. Just go as wide as you can while being able to keep your arms extended the whole time. These don't have to be fast. Move nice and slow. Chest stays tall. Good, last 2. Awesome for shoulder mobility, which is necessary for every upper body movement we're going to do. All right, good. Grab some water. We're done warming up. So I want to show you a couple of different pushing and pulling movements to work your upper body. So basically we'll be pushing down, pushing forward straight away, and pulling straight backwards. So we're gonna start with a couple of chairs. This is called the tricep dip. And we're gonna go back and forth between dips and some version of a pull-up with a band. So I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so the easiest version of this one is to be holding the edges of the chair like this. Your feet are kind of right in front of you, around 90 degrees. You drop down, elbows to 90, and push up. So your legs are assisting a little bit. And you're gonna do anywhere between 6 and 12 reps of this. If it's a challenge at like 5, just do 6, don't go too far past that. If it gets too easy and you can do more than 12, what you would do is extend your legs longer. And it just makes the lever longer so that more of the body weight is on your arm. So this is a great lower chest and tricep exercise. When you get really strong, you can graduate to not having your feet on the floor, and you would just have your legs raised, drop down, and do dips like that. That's the challenge. So you're gonna do 6 to 12 of those dips, and then you're gonna do some version of a lat pull down. I have a band strapped up to a steady bar up top. You're gonna go down on one knee, and you're just gonna pull the band to your body. It's kind of like doing a pull-up, just with one arm at a time. I'll give you a side view too. So again, 6 to 12 of these on each arm. And you want to choose a height where it's a challenge. So if it feels too easy, maybe loop the band around again and make it a little bit more difficult for you to get your arm down to chest level. So all that's moving here is your elbow. You're just pulling it to the floor. So once you finish the 6 to 12 here, make sure they're challenging at the end. You're gonna switch over to a couple other moves. So you're gonna do, as we said, 6 of those dips, and then 6 pull downs, and then 6 dips again, 6 pull downs, 3 rounds total of each. Remember, 6 to 12 of every exercise. Next, we're gonna move into rows and push-ups. And there are a couple of different options for the push-ups. We're trying to emphasize our shoulders with more of a pushing upward type of movement. So how this is gonna look, let's see, right here. You're gonna come into like a down dog position, drop down, push up. The closer your legs are, the more difficult this move becomes. If this one's a little bit too much of a challenge, you can just grab some weights and do a different version where you're standing straight up and pushing the weights overhead. You don't want to be leaning back, just all the way up, all the way down. So keep your glutes squeezed, just lift up as high as you possibly can, bring it down with control. So again, aim for 6 to 12 of this exercise, either the down dog push-ups or the overhead presses. And then we're gonna do some rows on chairs. So there are a few different ways to organize this one, but I'm gonna start sitting down like this. I'm holding the sides of the chair just like this. I'm gonna bend my knees and lift myself up. And it doesn't matter if you can't string your arms all the way. The top portion of the movement is where we want to feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Another option would be holding the top of the chairs. Sorry. So instead of holding the sides, you may be able to get a little bit more range of motion. And this one's good to do with some supervision, but you would just be holding here, bent knees again, and lift up. If you have chairs without arms, it's even better because you won't get restricted by the arms cutting you off. Another version of this row exercise, let's see where you can see me. You've got your band that we were using for those circles. You're just gonna loop it around to your feet. So you've got your legs extended. You're just pulling your elbows back behind you. Arms tapping your rib cage, hands tapped to your rib cage every time. An easier version would be when you loop just one around both feet and you hold it like this. And then the harder version is when you have both of these straps around your feet and you're holding the edges, one in each hand, and you pull back. So again, we're gonna alternate between the push-ups or overhead presses, 6 to 12, rows, whatever form, 6 to 12. I like to do these on the table too, but it depends if you have the equipment in place to do a table row. Here's what that would look like. You just go underneath the table and you pull yourself up. And again, you can bend your knees to make this an easier exercise. You just want to tap your body to the table every time. You go down as low as you can. So, some version of row, some version of the down dog push-up. If this one's too challenging, you can always go to a normal push-up like this, or a knee push-up, or you can find something a little bit higher than the ground and do push-ups from there. You want your body to touch every time, so just find the right surface that works for you. For example, like a chair would also work, or a ledge. You don't have to be totally down on the floor. Just find something sturdy and touch your chest to it, push yourself away, keeping those shoulders down the whole time. All right, so that's 4 exercises. We did dips on the chair, we did the pull downs, we did push-ups or downward dog push-ups, or of course the overhead presses, so 3 rounds of each of those, and then we did some version of the rows. Here are the last 2 exercises, no equipment needed at all. So we've got an arch up and a side raise. So the arch up, you're gonna lay down just like this, arms are forward, you're gonna lift, hands to shoulders, back straight, and come down. Again, 6 to 12 reps of this one. You're just working with your own body weight. You have the option, you can keep your legs on the floor or lift them up every rep. Just try not to break the plants behind you. And then when we're doing side raises, instead of your arms going forward like the pushing exercises we've been doing, they're just going to come out to the side. You can do this one standing, sitting, or kneeling. You don't have to go super high. You just want your hands to come up to shoulder level and then slowly control it back down. 6 to 12 reps. And so for each of these exercises, you want to go through 3 rounds. So for these, you would do your arch ups. Let's say I'm doing 12 of these, 10, 11, last one, 12. Immediately jump into those side raises. Oh, we got a band flying up. 10, 11, 12, and then after that you rest until your body feels recovered, at least a minute, and then you go on to the next round. So you would do the arch ups again, and then the side raises again. So those are the 6 exercises plus the warm up. I know this has been a long video, so please just let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to explain any of these further, and you know where to find me to follow up. Let me know how it goes.